JJK is coming to an end, or did end. I take years to upload a video, so welcome to the Joe Rogan 9 to 5 experience. There won't be manga spoilers in the video, so you're safe. I want to talk about one of the most important scenes in the anime that really carried the show, and wish we had more of it. So now, as you know, JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen, isn't too known for slice of life, and it's heavy, and I mean heavy on the fighting combat aspect of the series. Literally after Shibuya, Gege said, "Sorry, no slice of life for you." Every shonen benefits from slice of life due to seeing characters interact with one another, subtle character growth. It just makes you more invested into the characters, which can affect deaths a lot more. I think the problem with the Shibuya incident is the fact that I just didn't feel too invested in the characters, and when Nanami died and Nobara got her face blown off, is the fact I don't feel like I just knew them enough. In Naruto, most felt a great deal of emotion and sadness when Jiraiya died, because he was on screen plenty, and he had plenty of character interaction with people like Naruto and Tsunade mainly. But even subtly, just you saw him with Kakashi and how they both have in common, they like softcore novels. They're both just two horny-ass MFers. It made his death even more important though, which also grew Pain as a villain due to killing such a prominent character in the show. And obviously, mind you too, Jiraiya was strong. Mahito was a great villain.
What the hell are you? Mahito! You don't have to shout! I can hear you fine! Yuji Itadori!
Annoying little prick, but he killed 3 characters I just didn't feel too invested in. Like Junpei, he was a quick rise and fall, just red flag galore. Nobara hardly did shit to this point, and Nanami was cool, but it only felt like he had a relationship with Yuji and slightly Gojo. What I'm saying is that we needed a mini arc right before Shibuya to help build these characters up more. So many deaths were happening in Shibuya, and I couldn't keep up, and a lot of these deaths, they just felt like ways to do the standard, make the shonen protag suffer as a means of growth. Characters dying for the sake of dying don't always equate to character growth. The mini arc would have been a great insert for some more slice of life. Maybe another mission between the trio, which we hardly had anything from the 3 together. And it's insane the little amount of character interaction we had between Nobara and Gojo, which mind you, they're the 4 of like the biggest characters in the show. Like, you imagine if Sakura Kakashi for the longest didn't have any character interaction? So anyways, the best scene in the anime, and a must need for the show that really moved mountains was, drum roll please, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1, Episode 21, titled Tokyo and Kyoto Face Off in a Baseball Match. Oh my god, how? No fighting, no one died, no jab, hook, black flash, uppercut, no aura? Also, that word ruined anime writing. This episode and scene with baseball did so much, and I loved everything about it. One of the most obvious things to come for it was how it helped Megumi gain access to his domain expansion through a flashback from the post-baseball scene. We see the difference in how Yuji and Megumi go to bat. Megumi bunts the ball, and oh yeah, sorry in advance if you don't understand baseball, it's pretty simple, but you did watch the show, so what I'm talking about shouldn't confuse you too much. But Megumi bunts the ball in order to advance a runner. Megumi gets out due to sacrificing himself to help someone advance. Yuji, regardless of the outs, innings, or people on base, he goes for a home run. He ends up advancing the runner on base to home and advancing himself in the process. High risk, high reward. But his way of going up to bat ended up more successful than Megumi's because Megumi took the safe route. Gojo immediately noticed this when Megumi went for his bunt. He saw Potential Man wasting his potential. Toji offed himself so he didn't have to deal with Potential Man. This little interaction and scene helped all 3 characters so much. Maybe Gojo isn't as dog shit a teacher as we thought, and it shows that Gojo is clearly extremely observant. Shows the difference between how Yuji and Megumi would face a battle through hitting a baseball. Isn't that crazy? Also, it shows Megumi not using 100% of his potential. By any chance, did you know who's the Potential Man? And since we got 2 of the 3, the big ones talked about in this baseball episode, let's talk about Nobara. She does exactly what you expect her to do, and everything's in line with her character up to this point. Just helps really flesh her out a lot more. She's ultra competitive, she's short-tempered, she's lighthearted. She's kind of like the lighthearted type of pissed off. Wants to beat your ass, but not really. You see how pissed she is when they got Mekamaru playing pitcher? When Momo used her curse technique? Most useful she was in the whole show, by the way, was robbing a home run.
この双術かまいたち 素手で払うとかへこむんだけど。
And when she gets a hit, aggressively running to first like she's Pacheco running the ball on the Chiefs. It's so funny how well this episode just covers so many characters, where this is the most depth you get for some of them outside the fights, where basically 90% of the cast dies, or it looks like they're gonna die. And let's give a little Kyoto love and talk about those bumps. First off, Kamo leaves off exactly where he does with his fight with Megumi, which also, that was the Sasuke Neji fight we never got in the show, so that's cool I guess. But Kamo during the fight with Megumi was so serious that he was even scaring the potential man. Megumi, who was really serious himself, he was even scared off by this just extremely blunt, serious personality. Kamo keeps this weird-ass vibe with Yuji too. Doesn't even give a shit about hitting the ball, just yapping to Yuji with his monotone voice and his words of useless-ass wisdom. Pretty much the last of Kamo, since Choso's just him but better. You then get the teacher of Kyoto. So Gojo is Tokyo, and Utahime is for Kyoto. And man, she sucks ass at her job. Like, I know her curse technique doesn't allow her to be a high-rated sorcerer. It doesn't have the grades of potential. Like, it's clear she's meant to be support. But that doesn't mean she gotta be an ass teacher, too. Todo carries the whole class for Kyoto. What the hell is she teaching them? Basket weaving? In the baseball game, Momo doesn't know the rules. She runs while the ball is obviously going to be caught, and then she gets out when they throw it to the base she's supposed to be at. Utahime, she says, "If you don't know the rules, then say so." Followed by, "You're just playing stupid." Yeah, well guess what? Stupid learned from stupid. Stupid is as stupid does. She ain't teach them shit on the battlefield, and she sure as hell ain't teach them shit off it too. None of Gojo's students did any stupid shit like this. So hey, maybe Gojo's a little better teacher. And now, last but certainly not least, the GOAT. The Lambo in a rundown house meme. The exception. Todo. Man's crush only kept getting strengthened with Yuji. Keeps the brother act by calling him that, just to be followed up with getting pegged in the face. Obviously intentional. Everyone, and I mean everyone, tells Maki nice pitch. What's absolutely crazy about the whole thing is the fact that even Potential Man's demon dog chimes in, barks, and you know he's saying nice pitch too.
Hey, nice pitch.
Nice pitch.
Nice pitch, Maki.
Todo's even hated by dogs and shadows. I love how everyone hates him but Yuji. And tells so much about Yuji's character and just how he gets along with everyone and basically has no hate in his heart. Well, I guess if you don't count Sukuna as a part of his heart. I would have laughed if Sukuna chimed in and said nice pitch too. There are so many timely moments in the episode and little interactions that help just make the characters feel like characters. It's like ones you want to invest in, which is great why we need more slice of life, or I guess did. Ones that got more fleshed out outside of the fights, where, you know, they probably die. This would have been perfect. The last character I want to talk about is no other than the honored one, Gojo. Crazy that he's the strongest, excluding Sukuna of course, please, Glazers, Dick Riders, Agenda, Pushers, leave me alone. And yet, he is this goofy. I don't know who people respect less, Gojo or Todo. The final game was supposed to be something serious, but Gojo rigs it to be baseball and pisses the higher-ups off. He just laughs and walks off, like no one could faze him. And one of the best scenes from this episode was when he stepped on the ants, pissing off the higher-ups, and once he moved his foot, the ants weren't even touched. Literally just shows how strong Gojo is and how unhinged, that he can do whatever he wants and no one can stop him. He sees the higher-ups as much as he sees little ants. Which, boy, wait until the manga catches up to the anime. I think he might respect and care for ants more. But yeah, just wanted to talk about a fun, more lighthearted episode that was just much needed. And it's sad that we don't get a lot of slice of life, these much needed character interactions, all this wholesomeness. It's like just fight. But hey, you know, Gege slurped the hell out of Hunter x Hunter and wanted to show how he has a more complex fighting system than him. So I guess that's what you get, right? Anyways, like and subscribe for more anime and Nintendo content.